What does it mean to you to be a valedictorian at Blackman High School?
For me, it's fulfillment of a lifelong dream. When I was in elementary school, when I heard what a valedictorian was, because that's what I thought it was back in the day, I always thought that would be something cool to be. So my entire high school career, that was my drive, was to be that thing that I always wanted to be when I was a kid, and it turned out well.
It means that I turned in my homework on time, and that I put forth a little more effort than most people.
For me, that just means I was a really good guesser.
I think for me personally, it means that you value your GPA more than your mental stability.
To be a valedictorian at Blackman High School means to represent the academic success we have here at Blackman High School, and to have no sleep or a social life.
Everyone gets to see your face in the rotunda.
Being valedictorian for me means overcoming language barriers and overcoming not knowing how to fit in at first. Because when I first moved there, I didn't know English, I didn't know the culture, so I didn't know how to make friends, I didn't know how to fit in. By going through the 13 years of school, I've learned a lot, and I'm here now with all the accomplishments of learning that much.
To me, being a valedictorian is kind of like a badge of honor to show the hard work and dedication that we've all put in for these past 4 years.
It means that I have achieved my second goal, like lifetime goal. I remember back to 5th grade when I told my mom, when I found out what a valedictorian meant, I told her that I wanted to be that one day. And so to be able to say that I am is a dream come true.
It means to have all of the hard work that we've put in over these 4 years to finally pay off. You know, we've had all of those late nights in the AP classes and just all of that stress and all of that work. It's finally paying off, and we have that recognition.
It gives the dark circles under my eyes a sense of purpose.
What class influenced you the most at Blackman High School?
Any of Miss Wilson's AP classes. I had 2 physics classes and a calculus class that taught me how to manage my time and how to fail.
I had to say it was a tie between Mr. Weeks' chemistry class and Miss Bauman's AP chemistry class, because they introduced me to how interested I was in chemistry, because I had no idea before that.
I would definitely say Miss Bowen's clinical class, because I got to experience what I really want to do when I get through college.
Mrs. Burke's AP English 4 class would be the class that influenced me the most. Just watching her be her wonderful self and teach as well as she does, and her amazing passion for teaching and English inspired me to be a better student.
It would probably have to be AP Physics. I personally didn't like math at all, not according to the racial stereotype, but after I took that class, I realized how math can be utilized to create useful things in life, like, I don't know, machines, cars, airplanes, and that Miss Wilson got me into physics, and that changed my life.
The class that influenced me the most this year and for the past 3 years has been broadcasting, because it's really made me a more outgoing and more confident person.
Definitely study hall. I get everything done in study hall and nothing done.
Miss Burke's is AP English 4. I mean, I'm going to be an English major, and this entire class has been reading literature and writing about it, so it's been incredible.
I would say probably stats, because it made me realize that there is a math that doesn't make me nauseous.
I'd have to say ROTC, because it helped me grow, like, in my friends and my abilities, just in many different ways.
Definitely my computer classes with Mr. Mosher. He's definitely given me solid advice that has helped me in determining what careers I might choose.
Maybe capstone this last semester, because it definitely taught me how to work in the workforce and how to plan my time.
AP chemistry, it definitely wasn't easy, but it helped me learn a lot, not just about chemistry, but also how to learn and how to work with other people to learn better.
What is your advice to underclassmen?
My advice would be to just chill and not take grades so seriously. Just making a C doesn't mean you're gonna fail high school. So I'm just gonna say just relax and lay back on stuff.
Crack is whack, but also you should challenge yourself because you'll be surprised about how much you can accomplish.
I think the important part about high school is to remember that this is to prepare you for the rest of your life. So make sure that you're spending your energy on things that will help you later in life. So spending time with your family is really important, and you should work really hard, but don't get too stressed out.
And my advice would be definitely take as many naps as you can. It's very helpful.
I probably have to say that you need to be true to yourself throughout your 4 years. Don't try to change just to try to fit in.
Stay on track early. It makes it a lot easier to slack off.
Just to do your best and don't give up. Always look for help if you need it.
Probably just relax. You have plenty of time to figure everything out, and most people don't know what they're doing anyway.
My advice for underclassmen would just be to not slack off and pay attention. It'll definitely pay off in the end, literally.
This one's probably way overused, but don't procrastinate. That's something I definitely did way too many times.
Don't underestimate yourself, and don't turn down opportunities just because you think it couldn't possibly be you. Because there's been times where I thought, yeah, no, there's no way that could happen. There's no way I'll get that, but it turned out pretty great. So put yourself out there and try it.
How have you changed since you've been at Blackman High School?
Well, I got a lot bigger. I grew about 9 inches, and I also learned how to procrastinate efficiently.
In middle school, I was an average student. I got B's and C's, some A's. I was never like an OA student, but after I came into high school, a lot of teachers influenced me to study hard. I had a lot of friends that encouraged me to do good academically, and because of my surroundings and people around me, and my family too, I was able to become a valedictorian, and I thank them for that.
I think I talk more. Obviously, I've gotten taller. My hair's gotten longer. And I'm more laid back about things.
Well, I got taller, I got facial hair, and I chilled out a little bit.
Well, I talk now, so some people think I talk too much, but yeah.
In the past 4 years, I feel like I've become more myself, and I feel like I'm less worried about people's opinions of me, which is very important for success because you can't be worried about what other people think of you.
I've definitely become more outgoing towards people, and I've learned that I can do things even though it seems very challenging, that I can still accomplish them.
I'm a lot less stressed. I definitely think I'm more relaxed and more confident.
I definitely say I've learned just a whole lot more about the world since I came here. I just feel like I've learned so much about people and interacting with people and how to keep friendships and make friendships and all this stuff that I never really knew beforehand.
I can touch the top of the doors now.
What is the one thing you'll remember the most about Blackman High School?
Probably my freshman year. I met my girlfriend Logan in my history class, and I'm still with her, and we're going to college together, and she makes me really happy. So.
I'll definitely remember Miss Garrett the most, my Renaissance sponsor. She became a mom to me throughout senior year, so I thank her for everything she's done.
The Ultimate Frisbee team would definitely be the thing I'd remember most. Although no one else will really remember us, it was an extremely fun experience to be with. I loved every single guy on the team, and it's been fun to see the team grow since when my brother started it when he was a freshman.
It would have to be the day that somebody's iPod accidentally connected to the band's Apple TV, and we use a projector so the whole class can see it, and for some reason that person's iPod was playing a video of a montage of twerking, so the whole class can see butts jiggling. I don't even know if I could say that here, but we can see butts jiggling. But the directors couldn't see it. So Mr. Zimmerman, I think it was Mr. Zimmerman, he was like, I'm just not gonna turn around, guys. I'm just gonna leave it to you, and yeah.
The one thing that I will remember most about Blackman is winning nationals my freshman and sophomore year, because that was honestly the best moment of my life, and I'll never forget it.
So it was 8th grade year, and our principal at Rockville decided to take all those that had gotten 6s on the writing prompt out to eat to Longhorn Steakhouse, and he gave us $15, and I asked if that included a drink or tax, so I got a $14.99 meal. and I got this big old steak, and I'll never forget that I ate my steak, another girl's steak, and I had a whole lot of fries, and then we ended up getting large milkshakes over at Culver's down the street, and I had football practice about 2 hours later, and my wrist was sprained, so I couldn't do any upper body, so I had to do all ab workouts, and then we had to go run suicides on the field, and I made it to all about the last two, and it all came back up.
I'm going to remember the 3 years that I spent on the newspaper staff. Those were a lot of fun and just were an incredible experience for me.
The thing I'll remember most about Blackman is one time in 9th grade when I was in band. At a pep rally, there was a trombone player and I managed to get his thumb stuck in the trombone. He then went up to the band director with his thumb in the trombone and tried to get me in trouble, but the director just laughed at him.
The thing I remember most about Blackman, this will probably sound pretty cheesy, but I'm definitely going to remember all my friends and all those great times I've had here, because even though I've only been here 2 years, those 2 years have been packed with just like great friendships and great experiences that I probably never would have had anywhere else.
I guess just the people, because I've made many relationships that I won't forget here.
The sense of community. Everybody works together to strive for a better goal, and that's just an amazing feeling to know that you can work with your friends and teachers and everything, and everybody wants to make it better.
I will definitely remember all of the teachers I had. I loved them all, and especially Miss Wilson, who let me keep all of my belongings in her room all year, graciously.
What is your first memory of Blackman High School?
It was actually a baseball game that I went to when I was about 8. I remember thinking, wow, these guys are big.
My first memory of Blackman was my freshman year. It was like my second day of school, and I was having so much trouble with my locker combination, and I could not get my locker open. And I remember I was stressing out. I thought I was going to be late to class, and so I was like, okay, I'm just going to not go to my locker today. And so I was walking, and there's a bunch of seniors in the cove, and one guy screamed, he said, "Hey, that girl doesn't know her locker combination." Everybody point and laugh at her. So everybody in the hallway pointed and laughed at me, and then I cried all the way to class.
It was actually in 8th grade when we were doing football workouts. My best friend Michael Harris, earlier that day, our principal took us out to lunch and got milkshakes after he ate so much food. And then we went to workouts, and his hand was hurt, so he couldn't lift weights, so he just did ab workouts the whole time, and his stomach was already hurting. And then we went outside and we were running, and he had to throw up so bad, and he ended up going off to the side and he threw up, and I was just like, oh, well, here it is. We're here.
So I'm kind of geographically challenged. So the school's layout was kind of confusing because F Hall is very far away from G Hall, which is not alphabetically correct. So my first memory is using the map a lot, but I was told that it was really dorky to have the map out, so I discreetly put the map in the front of my binder and pretended like I wasn't horribly lost.
My sophomore year, whenever I took a tour of Blackman, it was the craziest experience of my life because I came from a school of 200 people total, like K through 12, to a school of 2,000 people in 9th through 12th. So that was I just didn't know what I was like getting into at all at that time.
My first memory in Blackman High School, it was in my world geography class. I didn't have any friends in there, so I just sat there alone. But this one guy came. He was Korean, and he was like, "Hey, aren't you Japanese? I think I know your cousin and stuff." And he was just so annoying. But the thing is that I'm with, he's my best friend now, and I thank him for that. Shout out to you, Ingyu Cho.
Back when I was in 5th grade, my brother, it was his freshman year, and he was in the band, so he came to all the football games. And the quarterback was Mauricio Wallace. And I'll never forget that throughout the whole year, I idolized him. We ended up making little posters for him, and he signed mine and then gave me his football jersey. So the next year when I went to Rockville, I played football, and then when I came to Blackman, I played football. So it's kind of been a long time coming.
Honestly, band camp. Like when I came in and ate lunch at the cafeteria, and it was really cool. The air conditioning, it felt so good.
I remember being late to every single class on my first day of freshman year because I absolutely refuse to be that kid walking down the hallway with the map open.
My first memory of Blackman High School is being in biology class, and I just moved here that year. And I only knew one person, David Paredes from marching band, and it was just really nice to know that one guy.
My first memory of BHS is going to a band concert when I was about 7 and then eating cookies afterward.
Well, before moving here, our dad was like, okay, this is my job, y'all pick the school. And my sister and I chose here, and walking around here before junior year started, just looking around and being like, whoa, this is really cool. It's gonna be great.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
With the freshmen all studying.
And all of us saying good luck next year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the happiest season of all.
Dr. Justice is happy because she doesn't have to see us next fall. Yes.
It's the happiest season of all.
It's the happiest season of all.
There'll be big schools to go to.
Professors who hate you.
Who will make us so poor.
It's the happiest season of all.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Now we won't have Strickland
or Miss Wilson's wisdom.
Oh, what will we do?
It's the most wonderful time to leave black men behind. It's the most wonderful